What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another Etheria video. And today we have some news about some events coming to the game that you guys probably will be pretty excited for. Maybe not too much because they are repeat events. But starting off, the first event that's coming to the game is going to be the 2x event. So it's kind of weird because it feels like we just had this event like 3 weeks ago, which we kind of did. But you can see that the 2x/4x event is back. It's going to start for the Halloween weekend. So from the 31st to the 3rd of November. Can't believe November's already here. That's kind of crazy. But basically, you know, it's the same thing as always. You just get 2x drops from investigation. You get 2x drops from, the thresholds, and also for GP outpost. I think this is a pretty big 2x for a lot of people because with the release of the characters Ray Mary and also Sylph, turn 1 is like a lot harder to play. I don't want to say it's dead, but it's on life support right now, so I think a lot of people that are planning to get into PvP or even, you know, switch over their playstyle are going to be farming a lot of Aurora. In the past, you know, it was kind of split between Doki Doki and Aurora for PvP, but now if you're getting into PvP, you know, Aurora is going to be the best thing to do just because this is where you end up getting Colossus Guard, and you also get Swift Smite, you get Strive, Bulwark, and Bloodbath. All 5 of these sets that drop from Aurora out of the 7 are going to be really good for turn 2 PvP gameplay. So I think a lot of people are going to be farming Aurora that already weren't, you know, so pretty big 2x for those players. If you're still farming through, or I guess progressing through the early game and PvE content, then you're still probably going to want to do Doki Doki because, you know, Swift Rush is really good for PvE. Also, it's still relevant for PvP in a lot of characters. Same with the 2 special cores, and also I guess that's it actually. Timely is pretty good for PvE as well. And I guess Bramble's pretty decent, and Unbreakable is also pretty decent for PvP for some characters. So still some good value from Doki Doki. But mostly if you guys are, you know, progressing through PvE, it is going to be the content that you're farming. And of course, if you can't farm thresholds above like Hell 3, then you're probably going to spend most of your time in GP Outpost and also Investigation to start, you know, building up your characters or stockpiling your mats. So that is the 2x event. I know most people already know about, you know, what to do and stuff like that. But the next event that is coming is the Wishbinder event. So this event, it's the 3rd time, I believe. We've also had it last month. So basically what it is you summon on the permanent banner and you'll start getting points. And then at 100 points, I believe you get this box here on the right, which will include 1 out of 3 SSRs, usually. 1 out of 3. And then at 200, you get this golden lattice. And at 300, you get the, you know, SSR, random SSR. So basically you want to save all of your normal summons if you have any left from the current banners. And once that event rolls around, you'll see that when you go to the permanent banner, there'll be like an icon here that has your progress. And most people are just going to want to go for the 100 summons to get the Wishbinder box. Now, we don't really know what's in the box yet, but what I hope is in the box. So last time when we did this, we actually had the bruisers, right? We had Holden, we had Tiamat, and we had Rahu. And the one before that, I believe we had Klaus, Veronica, and Tsukiyomi. So I think they're trying to push more towards PvP characters. So if I had to choose a green character, I think like almost certainly it's going to be Fushu. I don't really think there's like another option. I think Aya is too new. So it's going to be Fushu or maybe even Celine, but I almost guarantee that it's going to be Fushu for like the Asia players that didn't get her banner and that really need her. So like 100% it's going to be Fushu, and she's even like on the front of the banner. I guess that doesn't mean anything because last time it was Mia and we didn't have her, but I think this time around it's definitely going to be Fushu. For the blue characters, this one's really a toss-up. I don't really know which one they would do, but I have a suspicion it might be Giada, and it also might be Rosa. The reason why is because even though I think they're pushing for PvP units for global, I've seen a lot of complaints on the Korean forums where they're struggling through Hell and Inferno. Haha, who would have saw that coming? It's not like we didn't see that happen in the past or anything. So I think it's going to be Giada or Rosa for PvE, right? You have Rosa's very good in Aurora and also decent in Doki Doki. And then Giada's also kind of the same, right? Really good in Doki Doki and pretty decent in Aurora. So I think it's going to be between these two, so we will have to see. Now for the red characters, I have no clue because we just had Holden, right? And then before that we had Veronica. I don't think it'll be Chloros. This character is kind of bad. Kokardi is too new, so it's like Mia, Hellkid, and Beyontin. Maybe it's Beyontin. I don't know. You can take your guess for this one. I have no clue what it's going to be for the red character. But those are the characters that I think will be coming to the Wishbinder event. Now, in terms of do I have summons saved up, or like should you guys start saving summons? Honestly, with the addition of the lattice system with the prowess up events, like as we see here with the event with Frey Mary, most people when they go for RGB characters now, they kind of just all in it for the extra lattice, and that's kind of what I've been doing. So I have 0 summons. So I don't know if it's really even worth it to save for these Wishbinders if you have all the characters, right? Now you could get some really good dupes, but for the most part, it's just better to target a unit and get dupes of that character that you want, while also getting lattice, right? So I think in terms of the Wishbinder event, it's kind of flawed right now because you need to save summons for so many stuff, not because of characters, but because of like the extra rewards tied to it. So it's just pretty awkward. Now, on top of that, the last event that's coming is pretty much the official Halloween event. You can see that we just got this poster, basically, this tweet, and it's saying that there is a spirit gathering event. And you're going to see on the right side here that it seems like there will be like a side story or something where you can complete the spectral journey. Maybe it's not a side story, maybe it's just like a check-in event, but you get points and you can get stuff to buy from the shop to get Pumpkin Dane, Pumpkin Squire with lattice shards and various upgrade materials. So probably like prowess materials and like EXP books is what I'm assuming. Woo. But essentially you're going to be able to get these 2 hyperlinker skins. And that's, I mean, these look pretty cool, I'm not going to lie, especially the male. But I really hope, I don't know if it's confirmed that there are some Animus skins as well, because Halloween's a great time to just make a ton of skins, right? Because you can pretty much just put any costume on any character and sell it as a skin, and people will probably buy it. So hyperlinker skins, I don't really think they should be the main focus of outfits, but to be honest, like if you look at the characters, you could have so many different characters. Like I can't even name all the possibilities because you could do literally anything and just make a ton of money off it. For example, like you could do probably just like a looking at Ramoka here, maybe like a pajama dragon pajama, like dinosaur pajama type of skin. I'm just throwing stuff out there. You could even do something like police officer Giada. I mean, I'm not saying I'd buy that, that'd be kind of sus, but I know some people that would buy that, right? There's a lot of options is what I'm trying to say. You could even do, I don't know, just anything, Friday the 13th inspired and stuff like that. So I'm just really not too sure why we're not getting Halloween skins. Maybe they think that no one will buy these skins, but I feel like it's a cheap way to make money off the game and also keep people like somewhat interested, right? Because looking at the same like character sprites and profile pictures gets really boring. So I really do hope, maybe if not for Halloween, for Christmas, they have more skins. So yeah. But just wanted to make this video though, guys, because that is what's coming to the game. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about the events, and I'll see you guys next time.